Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Glinda, coming to you live not each and every Thursday. Coming to you this Thursday, January 23rd, 2025, on this cold afternoon here in Westchester County, New York. I want to welcome you to the All 78 show. I apologize for being late. I come to the realization here on this show that I keep cannot, and I don't know if I want to not do this, because I know I get a lot of people that come into this program here, but I just don't have enough time to prepare for this show like I want to, and only because I have the Wednesday night show. And it takes me some time to prepare for that show, but I have other things that go on in that time period. So in order for me to do this show, which is the next day, I'm under a lot of pressure to do that. And not that I want to. I don't know, because I want to leave this show open for a special, so that is not going away. But I don't know if I can keep this up like this, because it's becoming more difficult for me to do. I try to prepare ahead of time to give me time to find the records, because I've never done the 78. I've never done a weekly 78 show. So I'm under a lot of pressure for the two shows that I do. I need to cut down on the time, and but then this is another show, which again, these are like my selections basically, and I know many of you enjoy this, but I can't get it. It's unfair for me to tell you that I'm going to be on, and then I'm not on. So, or I'm delayed, and then other things come into play. And so I have to think about it a little bit. So if anybody has any suggestions out there, I can start the show later if that would possibly work. I can't do a night show, but it's just that I just have no time from when the show ends, the night before, to come here to prepare for this show. And it wouldn't be good for me to put it on a Friday, because I do a lot of things on Friday, non-record related, so I can't do that. So that's why I decided to go every other week, but it seems that I keep on falling behind. I never could prepare the show the way I want to. I just don't want to sit here and just play records. That's not for me. And many people that know that do shows, they just do one show a week. It's difficult to prepare for that. And some, here I'm on for like 3 hours, and it's difficult. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm open up for suggestions, but it's just a lot of pressure for me to do this and to do the other things that I want to do in my life too also. But this is my passion to do that. But anyway, for today, we will do this. Opened up today from July 1944. Again, I wasn't able to research this, which I wanted to so much, because it's a very interesting tune here. Christine Chapman and her, didn't even get it right, and her orchestra. This is on the Decca label. It's called Naptown Boogie. Very interesting tune here on the Decca label. So I don't know anything else about her, but a female band leader there, and there was some other information there real quick. So anyway, that's our opener for today. But I got some flip sides from the last 78 show, and some new ones here that I brought into the fold here. I was only able to do one scan for the promotion. I didn't have time for that. But so let's start it off here. Let's open up here with, this is actually a flip side from the last week's show. The last 78 show featured the debut single for the Mills Brothers on the Brunswick record label from December 31, called Tiger Rag. Let's give a listen to the flip side of that, because it's a pretty cool record. It just says which is weird, I thought, on the label 4 boys and a guitar. No musical instruments or mechanical devices. Okay, so let's give it a spin. From December 1931. This record's as old as my father. Well, actually, it's younger than my father by a few months. The Mills Brothers on Brunswick. It's called Nobody's Sweethearts.
You're nobody's sweetheart now. They don't baby you somehow. Fancy hose, silken gowns, you'd be out of place in your own hometown. As you walk down the avenue, the marshal won't believe it's you. Painted lips, mascara eyes, wearing a big bird of paradise. It don't seem why somehow you're nobody's sweetheart. You're nobody's sweetheart now they don't baby you somehow. How fancy hose, silken gown, you'd be out of place in your own hometown. As you walk down the avenue, the marshal won't believe it's you. Painted lips, mascara eyes, wearing a big bird of paradise. It don't seem why somehow, how you're nobody's sweetheart.
There you go, early side there from December 1931. The Mills Brothers, real early side, their debut single from on the Brunswick record label, Nobody's Sweetheart. That's the flip side of Tiger Rag. Let's move up to 1934 now with band leader Jimmy Lunsford and his orchestra. They get top billing on this, and this band. As it was common in the 1930s and 40s that the band and orchestra would get top billing, and they would actually, you'd hear them for half the record before the vocalist comes in, and that is the case on this tune here. But this song dates back to 1934, a tune written by Duke Ellington with lyrics by Eddie DeLange and Irving Mills, sung by so many artists. I know Billie Holiday has a version of this, Ella Fitzgerald, but let's give a listen to this version as done by Henry Wells. He's the vocalist, but the band starts it off from December 34 on the Decca label. This is Jimmy Lunsford and his orchestra with someone by the name of Henry Wells doing the vocal, and their rendition of the tune Solitude.
In my solitude, you haunt me with reveries of days gone by. In my solitude, you taunt me with memories that never die. I sit in my chair, I'm filled with despair. There's no one could be so sad. With gloom everywhere, I sit and I stare. I know that I'll soon go mad. In my solitude, I'm praying, dear Lord above, send back my love.
December 34 release there for, well, that's Jimmy Lunsford and the orchestra there with Henry Wells on lead on the Decca record label. It doesn't say in my, it just says Solitude there. And so many artists recorded that through the years. Even some great vocal groups recorded that song too, by the way. Johnny G here on a Thursday afternoon. A late starting afternoon here as we continue here. Let's move up. Actually, this next release, from originally released on the Bluebird label in April of 1940, but for some reason it was reissued, which they did often with this group. RCA would reissue it in January of 48. That's how I have it on the 78. It's by the Cats and the Fiddle. January 9th, well, originally from on Bluebird from April 1940, but let's give it a spin. Cats and the Fiddle on the RCA record label. It's called Chant of the Rain. The Cats and the Fiddle.
You hate the rain, I love the rain. There's a reason for it all. I'm thinking of the one I love, for I met her in the rain. Oh, rain, raining for me, taking away my misery. Cloudy above brings back to me the one I love. Everybody is praying that the rain will stop. Only I keep on saying, Lord above, let it drop. I will remain, me and my chant of the rain. Everybody is praying that the rain will stop. Only I keep on saying, Lord above, let it drop. Oh, alone I will remain, me and my chant of the rain, chant of the rain.
There you go. Those are the Cats and the Fiddle there. Originally released in April of 1940 on the Bluebird record label. Then RCA would reissue this in January of 1948. That's how I have it on the 78. Nice sounding 78 RCA vinyl there. Cats and the Fiddle with Chant of the Rain. No rain in the forecast. If we had rain, it would be snow here. We had our first snowstorm here in the New York area a couple days ago, and it was hard. Sunday night, I think, Sunday into Monday. It was not good, but I had somebody come here and shovel Johnny G out anyway. Shoveling is a thing of the past for Johnny G as we continue here on a Thursday afternoon, and let's move into the year 1941 now, although this song dates back to 1936, was a hit for Andy Kirk and his 12 Clouds of Joy. Also done by Fats Waller, also done by Jan Garber and his orchestra, and so many others that recorded this tune through the years. And this was a kind of a hit for the Ink Spots, number 24 on the Billboard chart. It features Bill Kenny on lead. The Ink Spots from August 41, and the cool tempo changes in this, so listen closely. It's on the Decca record label, the Ink Spots, with their version of Until the Real Thing Comes Along.
I'd work for you, I'd slave for you, I'd be a beggar or a knave for you. If that isn't love, it will have to do until the real thing comes along. I'd gladly move the earth for you to prove my love, dear, and its worth for you. If that isn't love, it will have to do until the real love. With all the words, dear, at my command, I just can't make you understand. I'll always love you, darling, come what may. My heart is yours, what more can I say? I'd sigh for you, I'd cry for you, I'd tear the stars down from the sky for you. If that isn't love, it will have to do until the real thing comes along.
I'd work for you, honey, even slave for you. I'd be a beggar or a knave for you. And if that isn't love, it's gonna have to do until something better comes along. I'd gladly move this big earth thing just to prove my love and its worth. Honey, child, if that ain't love, it's gonna have to do until the real thing comes along.
With all the words, dear, at my command, I just can't make you understand. I'll always love you, darling, come what may. My heart is yours, what more can I say? I'd sigh for you, I'd cry for you, I'd tear the stars down from the sky for you. If that isn't love, it will have to be until the real thing comes along.
I got confused there. I thought this had the tempo. It's not this song. It's another one that had the tempo change. Not this one. I think it's the Mills Brothers that'll be coming up. See again, Johnny G losing his mind on a Thursday. There you go. Those are the ink spots. That rough copy, well, actually, it's not a rough copy. It's the vinyl that is the problem on that. August 1941, that's Bill Kenny and the Ink Spots on the Decca record banner, and their rendition of the tune Until the Real Thing Comes Along. These are all real things, real 78s that I feature here on the program here as we continue now. And let's stay in 1941. Featured this group last week with actually a later release. The Golden Gate Quartet. I featured their release on the Columbia record label from August 48 called Do Unto Others. Now, prior to being on Columbia, they recorded for the OK record label, and this one came out in May of 1941. The Golden Gate Quartet on OK Records. It's called Daniel Saw the Stone, the Golden Gate Quartet.
Well, old Daniel saw the stone.
That was you.
Hewed out the mountain, brother Daniel saw the stone. That come a rolling Babylon. Now Daniel saw the stone.
That was you.
Hewed out the mountain, coming down to redeem a mighty world.
Oh, Daniel saw that stone. That was you.
Hewed out the mountain, brother Daniel saw the stone. That come a rolling Babylon. Now Daniel saw the stone.
That was you.
Hewed out the mountain, coming down to redeem a mighty world.
Well, you meet me, Jesus, meet me. Won't you meet me in the middle of the air? 'Cause now if these wings should fail me, Lord, I want to hitch on another pair. King Jesus was the stone. That was you.
Down the mountain, King Jesus was the stone that come a rolling Babylon. King Jesus was the stone.
That was you.
Down the mountain, coming down to redeem a mighty world.
King Jesus was the stone. That was you.
Down the mountain, King Jesus was the stone that come a rolling Babylon. King Jesus was the stone.
That was you.
Down the mountain, coming down to redeem a mighty world.
Oh, well, the tree is was bending way up in the heavenly land. Well, my God spoke unto the Holy Ghost. He said, come on and let's make man. I'm looking for the stone. That was you.
Out the mountain, I'm looking for the stone that came a rolling Babylon. I'm looking for the stone.
That was you.
Out the mountain, coming down to redeem a mighty world.
I'm looking for the stone.
That was you. Out the mountain, I'm looking for the stone that came a rolling Babylon. I'm looking for the stone.
That was you.
Out the mountain, coming down to redeem a mighty world.
Well, now early in the morning the trumpet's gonna sound. The dead in Christ is gonna rise. Well, if you ain't got good religion, Lord, in hell you'll open up your eyes. I found that stone.
That was you. Out the mountain, I found that stone that come a rolling Babylon. I found that stone.
That was you.
Out the mountain, coming down to redeem a mighty world.
I found that stone.
That was you. Oh, I found that stone. Come a rolling Babylon. I found that stone.
That was you.
Out the mountain, coming down to redeem a mighty world.
There you go, a little bit of gospel here on the All 78 show there. The Golden Gate Quartet from May 1941. That's on the OK record label. A song entitled Daniel Saw the Stone is the name of the tune. Of course, Bill Obe will be back here in sometime in the first quarter of 2025 for another gospel special. He's working on that. He has too many songs to play, but he will be here. We will schedule that, so keep your eyes peeled on the YouTube. The upcoming events will be posted up on YouTube, so stay tuned for that as we continue here. And let's stay in 1941 here. Now, on the last 78 show, I featured Mildred Bailey with the Delta Rhythm Boys, her rendition of the tune Georgia on My Mind from April 1941 on the Decca label. Let's give a listen to the flip side of this, which is pretty nice. The song is called I'm Afraid Myself. This is Mildred Bailey with the Delta Rhythm Boys.
Darling, this moment is grand, but if I refuse to hold your hand, don't misunderstand. I'm not afraid of you, I'm afraid of myself. Darling, my heart may be charmed, but if I don't melt within your arms, then don't be alarmed. I have no fear of you, I'm afraid of myself. If we should kiss, your lips would be a danger zone. And if I fall, I couldn't call my heart my own. So, darling, be patient and kind, and let me be sure of myself before I make up my mind. I'm not afraid of you, I'm afraid of myself.
If we should kiss, your lips would be a danger zone. And if I fall, I couldn't call my heart my own.
So, darling, be patient and kind, and let me be sure of myself before I make up my mind. I'm not afraid of you, I'm afraid of myself.
Yeah, apologize for the scratches on that, but I can't do nothing about it. There you go. That's Mildred Bailey and the Delta Rhythm Boys, April 1941 release on the Decca record label. I'm Afraid of Myself is the name of the tune. Sometimes that is the case with your host, Johnny G. Hope you're digging on the tunes. If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I think I'm up to 2,499 subscribers. So be that number 2,500. Be my 2,000. That should be a cause for celebration, I would say. But let us continue here, and let's move up to 1943 now with this group from St. Louis, Missouri. First recording for the Bluebird record label, had 4 releases on Bluebird. Let's give a listen to their fourth. It features John Jordan on lead. These are the 4 Vagabonds. The 4 Vagabonds on the Bluebird label. This should sound nice and clean, this copy. It's called Comin' In on a Wing and a Prayer. The 4 Vagabonds from 1943.
One of our planes was missing, 2 hours overdue. Yes, one of our planes was missing with all its gallant crew. The radio sets were humming, they waited for the word. Then a voice broke through that humming, and this is what they heard. Coming in on the wing and a prayer. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. Though there's one motor gone, we can still carry on. Coming in on the wing and a prayer. What a show! What a show! What a fight! What a fight! Yes, we really hit our target for tonight. Tonight, how we'll sing as we limp through the air. Look below, there's a field over there with our full crew aboard and our trust in the Lord. Coming in on the wing and the prayer. Glory be,
Hallelujah.
glory be,
Hallelujah.
hallelujah, on a wing and a prayer. What a show, what a fight. Yes, we really hit our target for tonight. How we'll sing as we limp through the air. Look below, there's a field over there with our full crew aboard and our trust in the Lord. And in on our wing and our prayer.
There you go. Those are the 4 Vagabonds from June 1943. That's on the Bluebird record label. Coming in on a Wing and a Prayer is the name of the tune. I cleaned a couple others that they do on the Apollo record label. So maybe we'll hear those on a future show here, future 78 show, as we continue here. And let's move to 1944 now. And this is the song I was talking about. With the tempo changes, I got confused here, and it's a flip side from a couple weeks ago. We featured the Mills Brothers from May 44 with their version of the tune Till Then. Let's give a listen to the flip side of this. And I don't know who did this first, but I know this song. It's called You Always Hurt the One You Love. And this is the one that has the tempo changes. These are the Mills Brothers. They return from May 44 on Decca with You Always Hurt the One You Love. Yes.
You always hurt the one you love, the one you shouldn't hurt at all.
You always take the sweetest rose and crush it till the petals fall. You always break the kindest heart with a hasty word you can't recall. So if I broke your heart last night, it's because I love you most of all. You always hurt the one you love, the one you shouldn't hurt at all. You always take the sweetest rose and crush it till the petals fall. You always break the kindest heart with the hasty word you can't recall. So if I broke your heart last night, it's because I love you most of all. You always hurt the one you love, the one you shouldn't hurt at all. You always take the sweetest rose, crush it till the petals fall. You always break the kindest heart with the hasty word you can't recall. So if I broke your heart last night, it's because I love you most of all.
There you go. Whoops. Don't break my needle there. There you go. Those are the Mills Brothers. Their version of You Always Hurt the One You Love. We'll send that one out to Pat in our YouTube chat room there. May 1944, the Mills Brothers on the Decca record label. Let's move up to 1946 now as we hear from Billy Williams and the Charioteers as we go to the Columbia record label. Leave a lot of room in your boxes if you collect the Charioteers. This one's from December 46. It's called, and I like bagels. I don't know about lox, but I definitely like bagels. These are the Charioteers with Bagel and Lox on the Columbia record label.
Don't need a menu when you order. Take the blue plate special away. Start with a napkin, a toothpick, and some water.
What? No gravy?
Then call the waiter and say, Bagel and lox with the cheese in the middle. Bagel and lox, let it toast on the griddle. Bagel and lox with the cheese in the middle and a slice of onion on the side. Bagel and lox with the cheese in the middle. Bagel and lox, let it toast on the griddle. Bagel and lox with the cheese in the middle and a slice of onion on the side. Bagels are round,
They're not square, 'cause if they're square, they ain't nowhere.
Larks is fish.
My favorite dish. Hey, Mr. Waiter, hurry up and bring a plate of
Bagel and larks with the cheese in the middle.
Bring a
Bagel and larks, let it toast on the griddle.
Bring a
Bagel and larks with the cheese in the middle and a slice of onion on the side. Bagel and larks,
Bagel and larks.
cheese in the middle. Bagel and larks, let it toast on the griddle. Bagel and larks,
Bagel and larks.
cheese in the middle.
And just a slice of onion on the side.
Bagel and larks,
Bagel and larks.
cheese in the middle. Bagel and larks, let it toast on the griddle. Bagel and larks,
Bagel and larks.
cheese in the middle.
And just a touch of onion on the side, on the side.
Bacon and eggs,
Coffee and maybe okay, but it's not my brand.
when I eat.
I eat a lead. I all the wishes to fill my dishes with delicious
Bagel and larks with the cheese in the middle. Bagel and larks, let it toast on the griddle. Bagel and larks with the cheese in the middle and a slice of onion on the side.
Well, that is definitely a nice sounding Columbia 78 there, I have to say. Maybe making you hungry there for Bagel and Larks is the name of the tune. That's Billy Williams and the Charioteers from December 1946 on the Columbia record label, Bagel and Larks. Johnny G is your disc jockey for a Thursday afternoon. Hope you're digging on these cool 78s out of my collection. If you are, please give me a thumbs up on the YouTube page. And don't forget to subscribe here on the YouTube. That is the way to do it. As we continue here, and we are in the year 1946, let's go to Newark, New Jersey for this next group. Played the flip side of this on the last 78 show, this group called the Velvetones on the Coronet record label. This from January of 46, called Easy Baby. That was the intended A-side. Let's give a listen to the B-side before it goes back down in the no humidity basement. The Velvetones on Coronet. It's called Sweet Lorraine. Now, this is a grainy press. Doesn't sound the greatest. Not like that Columbia. Let's give it a spin here. The Velvetones, Sweet Lorraine.
Yes, found joy. I'm as happy as a baby boy with another brand new choo-choo toy. When I met my sweet pair of eyes that are brighter than the summer sky. When you see them, you'll realize why I love my sweet Lorraine. Now when it's raining, I don't miss the sun, 'cause it's in my baby's eyes. And to think that I'm the lucky one who will lead her down the aisle. Each night I pray that no one will steal her heart away. Just can't wait until that lucky day
I marry sweet Lorraine. Now when it's raining I don't miss the sun, 'cause it's in my baby's eyes. And you think that I'm the lucky one who will lead her down the aisle. Oh, each night I pray that no one will steal her heart away. Just can't wait until that lucky day when I marry sweet Lorraine.
There you go with a grainy press there. I apologize for the grainy presses, but that's the way they go. That is how they sounded. That's the, I lost my place here, the Velvetones there. Velvetones from January 1946. Actually, pretty cool tune there. Wish it just sounded better. Sweet Lorraine is the name of the tune on the Coronet record label. Let's move up a year to 1947 now with the Deep River Boys. They had 21 releases for the RCA record label. Featured their second release on the last 78 show called Foolishly Yours. Let's give a listen to their 8th on the RCA label. I showed you that this is a red vinyl 78, which is I guess a dark red you call it. I tried to put that flashlight of my phone under there. You saw that red vinyl. This is actually this tune from the Columbia picture When a Girl's Beautiful from December 47. These are the Deep River Boys with I'm Sorry I Didn't Say I'm Sorry, the Deep River Boys on RCA.
I'm sorry I didn't say I'm sorry when I made you cry last night. I realize that I was wrong. I want your arms back where they belong. Please tell me you forgive me. One kiss will make things right. I'm sorry I didn't say I'm sorry when I made you cry last night. Please tell me you forgive me. One kiss will make things right. I'm sorry I didn't say I'm sorry when I made you cry last night. I made you cry. I made you cry last night.
go, the sound of the Deep River Boys sounding so good on a vinyl 78. And the way Darren put it in our YouTube chat room, coffee red. Okay, I'll buy it there. December 1947, the Deep River Boys on RCA Records. I'm sorry, I didn't say I'm sorry. Some people can't say that they're sorry, you know that? And that is a shame. It is. Let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. We are in the year 1947. We go out to California now for the Basin Street Boys. This is on Leon Renee's exclusive record label. I featured their sixth release on the exclusive label on the last, actually it wasn't the last, it was the October 3rd, 2024 78 show called Ain't Got No Loot. Now this was their follow-up, their seventh release for exclusive. This is with the Lucky Thompson Orchestra from June 1947. The Basin Street Boys with I'll Get Along Somehow.
You're tired of me, it's plain to see. I was just a mere sensation. Though I'll miss you, I'll get along somehow.
I'll get along somehow.
I wanted love, you promised love. All you gave was conversation, friendless and blue. But I'll get along somehow. All I have left is just a picture of you, on which you wrote, but never meant those words, I love you. I'm all alone, so all alone, needing words of consolation, lonely and blue, but I'll get along somehow. All I have left is just a picture of you, on which you wrote, but never, never, never meant those words, I love you. I'm all alone, so all alone, needing words of consolation, lonely and blue, but I'll get along somehow. Somehow, baby, I'll get along somehow.
Yeah, June 1947 release there for the Basin Street Boys. Basin Street Boys on the exclusive record label I'll Get Along Somehow is the name of that one. Let us continue here on the All 78 show as we move from 1947, we move to 1949 now, and played the flip side of this, I think on my Christmas show that I did, which I think was December 12th of 2023. This pianist and singer, originally from El Campo, Texas, featured his third release on the Bahari Brothers Modern record label from October 1949. It was called Merry Christmas. This is the flip side. This is a song he wrote October 49, Little Willie Littlefield, on the a modern label which posted a price 79 cents, it says, for the 78. Could we get it for 79 cents now? I don't know. Little Willie Littlefield with Come On Baby.
Baby, let's have a party. If you can't play fair, find yourself another man. But you cheated, baby, and loved another woman, man. I'll blow my
October 1949 release there for Little Willie Littlefield on the Bahari Brothers modern record label. Come On Baby is the name of the tune. Lots of great R&B there by Little Willie Littlefield. Let's move into 1950 now with a flip side from the last 78 show. Featured the Orioles, this great group out of Baltimore, Maryland, played their 14th release on Jerry Blaine's Jubilee record label. It was called I'd Rather Have You Under the Sun. But let's give a listen to the flip side here before it goes back down in the No Humidity basement. Features the great Sonny Till on lead. This was never released originally on a 45. Maybe they booted it, and put it out on a 45, but it never came out that way. From August 1950, the Orioles on the Jubilee label. It's called We're Supposed to Be True, the Orioles.
We're supposed to be through, but I can't feel that way. We're supposed to be through, be that as it may. People have said we don't belong. Maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. For I know that you still feel the way I do. precious moments we share, all those hours every day. Heaven sent you to me. Yes, then why drift away? Must we give them all a shot just to prove that we're in love? We're supposed to be through. I can't believe it, can you? Oh, precious moments we share, all as the day. Heaven sent you to me. Well, why drift away? Well, must we give them all the show just to prove that we're in love? We're supposed to be through. I can't believe it. Can you?
There you go. That's the sound of Sonny Till and the Orioles there from August 1950. Charlene, I did a typo there. If you can fix it, I said we're supposed to be true. It's through. I mess that up. We're Supposed to Be Through is the name of the tune. That's their 14th release on Jerry Blaine's Jubilee record label. Let's continue in the year 1950. This gal from Newark, New Jersey, she was a pianist, and in 1942 she won the amateur contest at the Apollo Theater in New York City, which led to her joining the Ed Hines Orchestra as a vocalist and also as their second pianist. Now, she would first record back in 1944 on the Continental record label. Now, she would have her biggest hit, though, was 1959, that she had her biggest hit on the Mercury label with a tune called Broken Hearted Melody. But this is an early side by her from August of 1950, came out on the MGM record label. Now, it's a cover tune, which dates back to 1934, actually a Spanish song written by Maria Griever. Now, the song was made popular, of course, in 1959 by Dinah Washington. But let's give a listen to this version from August 1950 for Sarah Vaughan. Sarah Vaughan on MGM with her rendition of the tune, What a Difference a Day Makes. Sarah Vaughan.
What a difference a day made, 24 little hours brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. My yesterdays was blue, dear. Today I'm part of you, dear. My lonely nights are through, dear, since you said you were mine. What a difference a day makes. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above can't be stormy. Since that moment of bliss, that thrilling kiss, it's heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day made, and the difference is you. brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. My yesterday was blue, dear. Today I'm part of you, dear. My lonely nights are through, dear. Since you said you were mine, what a difference a day makes. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above can't be stormy. It's that moment of bliss, that thrilling kiss. It's heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day made, and the difference is you.
There you go. That's Sarah Vaughan. Sarah Vaughan there from August 1950 on the MGM record label. What a difference a day makes is the name of the tune. And yeah, this sunny day here today, but it's cold, although it's a heat wave right now at 26 degrees here in Westchester County, New York. Let's stay in the year 1950 for the Delta Rhythm Boys. Did you know that they recorded for the Atlantic record label first as the Four Sharps in March of 1949, and the group included Traverse Crawford, Renee DeKnight, Otha Lee Gaines, Carl Jones, and Kesley Farr. And they would have two more releases as the Delta Rhythm Boys on Atlantic record label. Let's give a listen to their second from March of 1950. The Delta Rhythm Boys on Atlantic. It's called Nobody Knows.
Nobody knows how I feel about you. Nobody knows how I feel. I've tried to express how I feel about you. I'll do my best to explain. Sometimes I feel so lonely, feel so sad and blue. Nothing seems to matter so long as I have you, baby. Nobody knows how I feel about you. Nobody knows how I feel, how I feel. Nobody knows how I feel. Nobody knows how I feel about you. No, no, baby, nobody knows how I feel. I've tried to express how I feel about you. You, baby, I will do my best to explain. Sometimes I feel so lonely, feel so sad and blue, but nothing seems to matter so long as I have you, baby. Nobody knows how I feel about you. Nobody knows how I feel, how I feel.
Nobody knows, no, nobody knows
just how I feel about you.
about you.
As March 1950 release there for the Delta Rhythm Boys. That is their second release on the Atlantic record label. Nobody Knows is the name of the tune. Sometimes these Atlantics are very grainy for some reason. Don't ask me why. Recycled vinyl, I guess. But, of course, they also backed up Ruth Brown on the Atlantic record label. Yes, they did. As we continue here on a Thursday afternoon, we are in the year 1950. Now, how many of you out there are fans of succotash? I never had it. I see it when I shop for my parents. I see it in the frozen food section, but I never purchased it. So I don't even know how you would make it. I never had it. But this group is called the Three Flames. They wrote a song about it. They were a self-contained group. Included a Tiger Haynes. He was a guitarist. Roy Testamark. He was on piano. And Avril Pollard, he was on bass, and this is their fourth release on the Columbia record label from December of 1950. Let's give a listen to the Three Flames. The Three Flames on Columbia. The song is called Succotash Baby. The Three Flames.
Succotash, baby, don't want no collard green. You're my succotash, baby. Hand me some corn and beans. Now remember when I first met you, I was long and tall and thin. I was kinda undernourished. Everybody called me Slim Supper. But I ate your fine home cooking, ate your corned beef and your hash. But the dish that really gassed me was your juicy succotash. Succotash, baby, don't want no collard green. Holler loud and draw cry. Oh my. You're my succotash, baby. Ooh, hand me some corn and beans. Yo, man, yo. Now I took you out balling one evening to a high-class restaurant. I said, babe, this is a celebration. Order anything you want. Well, you ordered a lot of whiskey and a bottle full of mash. I said, waiter, bring me a bowl of succotash.
Give me a foot of wood.
Succotash, baby. Bring me some Kool-Aid, man. Don't want no collard greens. Oh, man, it's something gassing me. You're my succotash, baby. Hand me some corn and beans. One more to go. Yo. Well, you met a handsome fella, as handsome as could be. Well, baby, I don't want to brag, but that handsome guy was me. Then you beat me for my whiskey, and you beat me for my cash. But baby, I'm gonna get even. I'm gonna steal your fucking bag. Get my bag, baby. No, I never. No, you hope to. No, want no collard greens. Yo, man, yo. You're my succotash woman. Hand me some corn and beans. Oh, bring the Kool-Aid, man. Bring the Kool-Aid. Turn on them lights. Yo.
There you go. Those are the Three Flames. Three Flames talking about their Succotash Baby, their December 1950 release. As on the Columbia record banner, they would have a couple of earlier releases, I think on Gotham and MGM Records. But there you go, the Three Flames, Sufferin' Succotash. No, Succotash Baby is the name of that tune. We are in the year 1950 here, and I have received lots of emails to play more of Ella Fitzgerald. Now, I do have quite a few of her 45s on the Decca record label, actually both on Decca and also her more jazzy tunes on the Verve record label. But she recorded with a number of vocal groups during her career, like the Ink Spots, like the Delta Rhythm Boys, and then the Four Keys. Here's another group called the Four Hits and a Miss, and they were out of L.A., which included Martha Tilton, Vince Deegan, Marvin Bailey, and Bill Seckler. This is from June of 1950. Miss Ella Fitzgerald with the Four Hits and a Miss. It's called I Don't Want the World, parentheses, with a Fence Around It. Ella Fitzgerald.
Don't want the gladness and never the pain. Don't want the sunshine and never the rain. My darling, all I want is you.
I don't want the world with a fence around it. I don't ask for skies to be always blue. I don't want the gladness and never the pain. I don't ask for sunshine and never the rain.
I never ask for the rain.
I want happiness, and when I have found it, from then on my wants will be very few. I don't want the world with a fence around it. My darling, all I want is you.
I don't want the world with a fence around it.
Oh, no, no.
I don't ask for skies to be always blue.
Always blue. I don't want the gladness and never the pain.
Never the pain, no, no.
I don't ask for sunshine and never the rain.
Never the rain.
I want happiness, and when I have found it, from then on my wants will be very few. I don't want the world with a fence around it. My darling, all I want
is you.
Whoa, I didn't expect that to end like that, but there you go. That's the sound of Ella Fitzgerald and the Four Hits and a Miss from June 1950 on the Decca record label. I Don't Want the World, parentheses, with a fence around it. And there you, what do I have here? They also backed up Evelyn Knight and Charles Levere, both recording for the Decca record label. I think also Connie Haynes on choral, and Frank Sinatra. They backed up Frank Sinatra on the Columbia record label. Let's move into 1951 now. Featured this group from New York City on the Last 78 show with their fourth release for the Decca folks, their rendition of I'm Afraid the Masquerade is Over. But let's give a listen to the flip side here. Recorded October 4th of 1950, and Decca released this in June of 51. Now, the group included Abel DaCosta, Dick Palmer, Raymond Johnson, and lead singer Ollie Jones. This tune written by Hugo Rubens and Jules Lymon, and this comes on a 45. I also have this on a 45, but this is a nice clean 78 from January 51. These are the Blenders. The Blenders on Decca. It's called Little Small Town Girl, parentheses, with the Big Town Dreams. The Blenders.
Little small town girl with your big town dream, why don't you stay where you are? Little small town girl with your big town scheme, you needn't reach for a star. Each little dream that you're looking for, you'll find in the arms of the boy next door. Little small town girl, all your big town dreams will come true in your own hometown. Each little dream that you're looking for, you'll find in the arms of the boy right next door. Little small town girl, all your big town dreams will come true if you'll only stick around. So stay in your own hometown.
Yeah, those are the Blenders there. The Blenders from January 51. That's Ollie Jones on lead. A Little Small Town Girl, parentheses, with the big town, with the Big Town Dreams is the name of the tune. I featured that song on my Saturday night show on a 45 also. But one thing about the 45s on the Blenders, that they, I should say with the Decca early releases, that Decca in general, good vinyl on both 45s. I'm not so much on the 78s, although that one wasn't bad at all. Let's continue here on the Vinyltreasure show. You all know this gal, born Ruth Alston Weston from Portsmouth, Virginia. She would sign with Atlantic Records in 1949. Lots of releases through 1961. I think 44 in all. Let's give a listen to her ninth. This is with the Buddy Johnson Orchestra. This was a number 7 Billboard R&B hit for her. And we're going to flip this over after this. We'll play the flip side for listener Tony Barcia in our YouTube chat. Let's go to June of 51. Ruth Brown on Atlantic. The song is called I Know.
Well, I know, yes, I know. Well, I know, yes, I know. When you go out ballin', come home late at night, feeling kind from the vine. Well, if you're craving sweetness, ain't no kiss as sweet as mine. 'Cause I know, yes, I know. Well, I know. Well, I know. Daddy, don't you hurry. Oh, Daddy, take your time. 'Cause there ain't no need to worry. And I know what's on your mind. If you want your baby, you better tie him to your side. 'Cause if he flags my freight train, I'm sure gonna let him ride. 'Cause I know, yes, I know. Well, I know, yes, I know.
There you go, the sound of Ruth Brown with Bud Johnson's orchestra there. From June of 1951 on the Atlantic record label. What did I say? That was her, what was that? Her fourth release? No, her ninth release. Her ninth release on the Atlantic record label, I Know, is the name of the tune. So for Tony Barcia, we're going to do a special instant request for Tony. We'll flip the 78 over here. So give me 1 second to do that. Here we go. Okay, so let's flip over here. Let's give a listen to the B-side. It's the ballad for Tony Barcia in our YouTube chat room, Miss Ruth Brown. Ruth Brown on Atlantic, it's called I Don't Want Anybody, parentheses, If I Can't Have You. Ruth Brown for Tony Barcia.
I don't want anybody at all. If I can have you, and I'll just wait until I hear you call, 'cause no one else will do. And if you never ever found, oh, I know I'll be resigned, 'cause my heart is all made up, and it won't change its mind. Oh no, I don't want anybody at all. If I can have you, for I don't want anybody I can't have you.
Yeah, B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That special request for Tony Barcia in our YouTube chat room. That's Miss Ruth Brown, the flip side of I Know from June 1951. I don't want anybody, parentheses, if I can have you. And a great ballad she does on the Atlantic record label. Let's continue here in 1951. Up next, Al Russell and the Do-Re-Mi Trio. They had a stint with Columbia Records beginning in 1951 with their first release that came out on the Columbia label in May of 51. Then Columbia would resurrect their OK subsidiary and make it their new R&B label, and transferred all of the R&B acts, not that they had many on Columbia, over to this OK, a subsidiary, which included the likes of the Ravens and this group, plus others like Chris Powell and the Blue Flames, for instance. And this was the group's first of three on the OK record. Now, the trio included Buddy Hawkins, Al Moore, and Al Russell, who was doing lead on this side from July of 1951. Al Russell and the Do-Re-Mi Trio. It's called How Can You Say You Love Me? Al Russell and the Do-Re-Mi Trio.
When I prove untrue, may that day never come when I stop loving you. May that day never come when we're out together without a thing to say, when I'm just in the way. I'd hate to see that day when I make you cry and you say it's the end, when you won't reply to the letters I send, when you're not my sweetheart but merely a friend. May that day never come. But merely a friend, may that day never come.
That's July 1951 release there for Al Russell and the Do-Re-Mi Trio. That's their first of three on the OK record label. How Can You Say You Love Me is the name of the tune. I say that to Barbara all the time, is what I do. Johnny G here on a Thursday. Hope you're digging on the cool tunes here. I don't know about this show going forward. Maybe I'll try to do it later, but I don't know, because I can't get enough time to put this show together the way and be in a happy mode about it. So that's not fair to you and not fair to me. So maybe I delay it, but I'm going to keep the show will definitely be open for special guests that will be coming here to the program in the upcoming months. That is for sure. But let us continue here. We are in the 1951 block. Now, in the last 78 show, I featured the debut single to feature Jesse Belvin. He was a member of Three Dots and a Dash. Played their first of three for the Imperial record label. The other members of the group were Undine Harris, Richard Lewis, Marvin Phillips, and Jimmy Huff, who wrote this flip side here, and with Big J McNeely on tenor sax, Leonard Hardiman on drums, John Henderson on trumpet, Dillard McNeely on the string bass, and Jimmy O'Brien on piano. And this is Jesse Belvin singing in a lower tone than he did on the flip side of this, which I featured on the previous show, called All That Wine Is Gone. But this is from February 51. This is the flip side, the Three Dots and a Dash on Imperial. It's called Don't Cry Baby.
Cry, cry, cry. Don't cry, baby. Cry, cry, cry. Don't cry, baby. Cry, cry, cry. Don't cry, baby. Cry, cry, cry. Don't cry, baby. Cry, cry, cry. Don't cry, baby. Your daddy's coming home. Don't you weep, pretty baby, now don't you cry. Your daddy's coming home, baby, by and by. Don't cry, cry, cry. Don't cry, baby. Cry, cry, cry. Don't cry, sugar. Cry, cry, cry. Don't cry, baby. Daddy's coming home. Been gone 2 years, 2 months, and 16 days. Been gone 2 years, 2 months, and 16 days. I'm coming home, woman, to see if you change your ways. On your mind, now you're riding, tell me they all left you crying. Cry, cry, cry. Don't cry, baby. Cry, cry, cry. Don't cry, baby. Cry, cry, cry. Don't cry, baby. Your daddy's coming home. Your daddy's coming home. Well, baby, your daddy's coming home.
Johnny G getting caught here on a Thursday afternoon. There you go. That is a swinging tune there by the Three Dots and a Dash, February 51 release on Imperial. Although, like I said, I thought that was Marvin Phillips, but they said it was Jesse Belvin singing in a lower notes there, which a lot of the singers could do, by the way. They can change their what is it, the octave, I guess you can call it there. Don't Cry Baby. That's a cool, that's great two-sided 78, I should say. I think I have this on a 45 too, the blue label, which I think was the true first 45 released on Imperial, because they did release a lot of these early sides later on. But I'm talking when it came out, when the 45s first came out for Imperial, they put this one out on a 45 and a 78. So if you went into the record store, I mean, in all instances, I don't know, the people were so used to buying 78s, they ended up taking the 78. But if you had a new player, you would get the 45. Johnny G spinning 78s here as we move into 1952. Let's give a listen to this gal, born March 21st of 1921 in Minjo Junction, Ohio, I think, is the place. Grew up singing in her local church choir, mentored by blind gospel singer Professor Harold Boggs, before winning an audition to become a vocalist with Sonny Thompson's orchestra, who was, I think, recording at the time for King Records, Sid Nathan's King Records, and she would eventually marry Sonny Thompson. Her real name was Lula McClelland, but she recorded as Lula Reed, and I think later on as Lulu Reed, but not many of those releases, mostly Lula. Now, I think this is her debut release here on Sid Nathan's King record label, a tune written by Chuck Willis. Let's go to November of 1952 for Lula Reed on King Records. The song is called My Story.
Nobody cares, nobody knows. I'm gonna tell you how story goes. I love my baby. Where is my baby? He's the one I love. Here I stand with my eyes full of tears, so broken hearted. Wanna live. I love my baby. Where is my baby? He's the one I love. Night has passed, so many days has gone by. I'm so lonely. All I do is cry. My luck is changing and my time is running low. I'm wondering if I'll see my baby anymore. Here I stand with my eyes full of tears, so broken hearted. I don't wanna live. I'm going crazy. Where is my baby? He's the one I love. I'm going crazy. Where is my baby? He's the one I love.
There you go. That's the sound of Lula Reed. Lula Reed there on the King record label from November of 1952. Song entitled My Story. She's telling her story. Now, we're going to flip this over to Tony Barcia again, and he mentioned that the flip side of this was played by a Joe Marchesani on the Time Capsule show. So we'll send this flip side out to Tony Barcia and also to Joe Marchesani, one of the originators of the Time Capsule show. And let's see, flip it over here. Let's see. Is there a vocal group on this side? Maybe not. Let's see. So here, let's flip over here. This is called Let Me Be Your Love. This tune written by Henry Glover. This is Lula Reed. Lula Reed from November of 1952 on King Records.
If you let me be your love, hold me dearest in your heart, then it's yours I'll be forever, promising we'll never part. We'll never part if you let me be your love, be the keeper of your flame. As long as there's stars above you, I'll always love you just the same. I love you just the same. We'll be together in all kinds of weather, through the bitter and the sweet. I'm not lying when I say I'll be trying to make your life complete. I swear I love you if you let me be your love, be a sweetheart, not your friend. When you're here beside me, your love will guide me till the end. When you're here beside me, your love will guide me till the
There you go, the sound. Whoop, I dropped my papers here. That's the sound of Lula Reed. Lula Reed on the King record label there. That is her debut single, Let Me Be Your Love. Earlier we heard the flip side, song entitled My Story, November 1952. Sid Nathan's King record label for that one. Let us continue in the year 1952. This a singer originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. His name Harry Caesar. He would relocate to Youngstown, Ohio, and would turn to boxing in December of 1949. He was known as Harry Little Caesar. And after his discharge from the Army in May of 1950, he would relocate out to San Francisco, California, and took up singing and signed with John Dolphin's Recorded in Hollywood label. He would have 7 releases on the label. Let's give a listen to his second. This is a song he co-wrote. We go to August of 1952 for Little Caesar. Little Caesar with Long Time Baby.
Takes a long time, baby, to break in a brand new broom. Takes a long time, baby, to break in a brand new broom. Don't let the old one get away, 'cause you may want to use it soon. A new broom sweeps clean, and old broom gets in every crack. A new broom sweeps clean, and old broom gets in every crack. When you start house cleaning, you want that old broom back. Takes a long time, baby. Long time, baby. Long time, baby. Long time, baby. Takes a long time, baby. Long time, baby. Long time, baby. Long time, baby. Takes a long time, baby, to break in a brand new Better get this old broom, you'd better do it soon. You'll have nightmares, baby, you want your old broom back. The new broom you got just won't clean the crack. Take a long time, baby, breaking a brand new broom. Better get this old broom, you'd better do it soon. Takes a long time, baby.
Long time, baby.
Long time, baby.
Long time, baby.
Takes a long time, baby.
Long time, baby.
Well, a long time, baby.
Long time, baby.
Takes a long time, baby, to break in a brand new
Yeah, that is Little Caesar. Harry Little Caesar is his name. August 1952. It's on John Dolphin's recorded in Hollywood record label. What I say, his second release for the label. Long Time Baby is the name of the tune. Johnny G is your Thursday afternoon disc jockey here on this sunny, cold day here in Westchester County as this temperature is starting to drop. It's going down 2 degrees to 24 degrees as we are in the year 1952. We got a great group out of Washington, D.C. up next, a favorite here on the Vinyltreasures show. I wish I owned their debut single, which came out in November of 1950 on the Rainbow record label, but they signed with Atlantic in 1951. Now, on the last Saturday show, I played their first release for Atlantic on a 45, a song called Skylark. Let's give a listen to their fourth. This was actually the follow-up to One Mint Julep, and this was a #1 R&B hit for the group. It features John Buddy Bailey on lead from June of 1952. The sound of the Clovers on Atlantic. The song is called Ting-a-Ling.
Are you blowing your top?
Well, I'm just a poor young boy, and these girls about to drive me wild. Well, I'm just a poor young boy, and these girls about to drive me wild. Well, I'm just a poor young boy, and these girls about to drive me wild. The way they rock and roll and call me angel child. The way they laugh, the way they sing, it makes my heart go tingling. The way they laugh, the way they sing, makes my heart go tingling. The way they laugh, sing, makes my heart go tingling. Ting-a-ling, 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 ting-a-ling. Well, I'm young and I'm free, and it's a real fine way to be. Well, I'm young and I'm free, and it's a real fine way to be. Well, I'm young and I'm free, and it's a real fine way to be. With a fine young thing to give her love to me.
As Buddy Bailey and the Clovers there on the Atlantic record label. Featured quite a number of Atlantics here. Well, not many, but some. There, June 1952, the Clovers with Ting-a-Ling is the name of the tune. Let's move into 1953 now with a drummer-singer from Chicago. Oh, Copyright Police came out on that. Hadn't seen them all day until now. It's a singer from Chicago, actually drummer-singer from Chicago, George Green, also known as George Stardust Green, played drums in a number of combos, and here's his first recording on Art Sheraton's Chance record label. This is with Jimmy Binkley and his jazz quintet from May of 1953. George Green on Chance. It's called Brand New Rocking Chair.
My baby has bought a brand new rocking chair. Yes, my baby has bought a brand new rocking chair. Well, it rocks so good you could rock on from year to year. I said my baby has bought a brand new rocking chair. Yes, my baby has bought a brand new rocking chair. Well, it rocks so good you can rock on from year to year. Well, she rocks a while, then she stops and whines. She makes cold chills run up my spine. My baby has bought a brand new rocking chair. Well, it rocks so good you can rock on from year to year. Well, night is night and day is day. When my baby starts rocking, she rocks time away. My baby has bought a brand new rocking chair. Well, it rocks so good you can rock on from year to year. She rocked me so with fright she made me bite my lip. My baby has bought a brand new rocking chair. Well, it rocks so good you can rock from year to year.
As May 1953 release there for George Green. George Green on the Chance record label. A Brand New Rocking Chair is the name of the tune. You know, it was Spence Wooten would, again, when he would run out of 45s to bring me, he would bring me boxes of 78s like that. So a lot of the records that I have in my collection, at least the 78s, were from Spence Wooten. And he was getting them from a couple of different sources, and he would bring them up here, and they was really reasonable on the prices, I have to say. He worked really well with me. I miss Spence a lot, providing me with these 78s and all the records that I have, a lot of records in my collection that he would actually go looking at the Allentown, PA show for me. Not for the 78s, but for the 45s, he would. Let us continue here, and let's move into 1954. This group originated from Deke Watson's Brown Dots. In 1947, they would become the Four Tunes, recording for the Manor record label. They would also record for RCA. They would leave RCA in 1953 and sign with Jerry Blaine's Jubilee record label. They had 15 releases on the Jubilee label between till March of 1957. Let's give a listen to their fourth, written by the lead singer of the group. His name was Pat Best. This did chart number 8 on WFRL in Freeport, Illinois from July of 54. These are the four tunes on the Jubilee record label. The song is called Lonesome.
Lonesome, yes, I feel so lonesome, all by my lonesome, waiting for you. I'm trying,
yes, I'm trying
to keep from crying, no need denying, I still love you. So won't you please come on back to me, set my heart at ease, and I'll be happy as can be. I'm lonesome,
yes, I'm lonesome,
I feel so lonesome,
very lonesome,
all by my lonesome, waiting for you. Lonesome, I feel so lonesome, all by my lonesome, waiting for you. Trying to keep from crying, no need denying, I still love you. So won't you please come on back to me, set my heart at ease, and I'll be happy as can be. I'm lonesome,
yes, I'm lonesome,
I feel so lonesome,
very lonesome,
all by my lonesome, waiting for you,
for you, for you,
waiting for you,
for you, for you,
waiting for you,
for you, for you,
all by my lonesome, I'm waiting for you.
There you go. Those are the four tunes. To see the Copyright Police out on the four tunes there, July 1954. On the Jubilee record label, that's Pat Best on lead. Lonesome is the name of the tune. You don't have to be lonesome on a Thursday afternoon tuning into the Vinyltreasure show here, the All 78 show. And like I said, I was contemplating not doing this because it's too much pressure after the Wednesday night show, which again was frustrating. The show was frustrating yesterday because they shut me down twice toward the end of the show, but then they bring it back and then they post it up, so it makes no sense. They're out now. This is artificial intelligence at its best, and it's not perfect, but you know, this is the platform that I deal with here. But let's continue here. I may have to, since my mother is at the dentist, I may have to run downstairs and put through a phone call, so you're going to have to bear with me if I don't finish, well, when I get closer to 5 o'clock. So there's going to be some dead air here for a while. Not that it's a professional program here, because I am only an amateur doing this. I know some of you are saying, you're not an amateur, but I am. I was an accountant. I'm now a retired accountant. But let's continue here. We are in the year 1954. This next singer, born in Texas City, Texas, but relocating to Los Angeles, California. His real name was Tony Russell, but he recorded as Charles Brown. Now, he was the pianist and vocalist with Johnny Moore's Three Blazers, dating back to 1945. He would then record for Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin Records as the Charles Brown Trio in 1948. And also he was on and off with the Three Blazers, who backed him up constantly on a lot of his releases. And he did not that he has many vocal groups backing him up, but on this release there is a vocal group, a vocal quartet. They were known as the Song Stylists, and they are backing him up on this. And also Johnny Moore's Blazers are in the background here. A tune written by Rudy Toombs from April 1954. Let's give a listen to Charles Brown on Aladdin Records. The song is called Let's Walk. Charles Brown.
If your mind is troubled and life has brought you pain, you don't need to worry now. We all bear the same. Though you tread a rocky road, I want you to know that my love will follow you anywhere you go. So come on, let's walk, 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 and your cares will soon grow lighter. Walk, 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 and your way will be much brighter. Walk, walk, walk anytime with me. Your days may be stormy and tears may fill your eyes. If you need a friend in need, I'll be standing by. I will always love you, and through your joy and tears, I will lend my helping hand, and we'll walk away all fear. So come on, let's walk, 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 and your cares will soon grow lighter. Walk, 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 and your way will be much brighter. Walk, walk, walk anytime with me. We all pray for the sunshine whenever clouds appear. If dark clouds should fill your heart, just call and I'll be there. Tell me all your troubles, I'll share them with you. Anytime or any place, I will be there too. So come on, let's walk, 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 and your cares will soon grow lighter. Walk, 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 and your way will be much brighter. Walk, walk, walk anytime with me. So come on, let's walk, 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 and your cares.
That's April 1954 release there for the Charles Brown and the Song Stylists. It's on the Aladdin record label. Let's Walk is the name of the tune. Johnny G needs to walk a little bit more, but I just never have time to. Although the knees are, they're not really in the greatest shape, but losing the weight has helped. I'm back on track with the weight loss as we continue here in 1954 with the sound of the Checkers. Now, this is the group's 8th release for Sid Nathan's King Records, a song done by so many groups and artists through the years. Now, the song was written for the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz and sung by Judy Garland in her role of Dorothy Gale, the tune written by Harold Arlen and Yip Harburg. But let's give a listen to this version as done by the Checkers. It features the bass man on lead, Bill Brown on lead, from June of 1954. The Checkers on King with their rendition of the tune Over the Rainbow.
Somewhere over the rainbow, somewhere
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dream that we did to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon the star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melt like lemon drop away up on the chimney top. That's where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drop away above the chimney top. That's where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, birds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Then why can't I?
As June 1954 release there for the Checkers on Sid Nathan's King Records out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Their rendition of the tune Over the Rainbow. The bass lead there, Bill Brown, was first the bass of the Dominoes, then created this group called the Checkers. There you go. Johnny G is, I'm not good at dominoes, but I'm better at chess. I will say that. As we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show, and we stay in 1954 with the sound of the now I would say the Larks on Apollo. They would eventually break up. Now, group member Gene Mumford decided to form a second Larks group, which included Isaiah Bing, David Bowers, and Orville Brooks. And they went back to Bess Berman, and this time not on the Apollo label, but she put them out on her subsidiary Lloyd's label. And they would have 4 releases on the Lloyd's label and another 2 backing up this gal by the name of Barbara Gale. And this was her first of the 2 on the Lloyd's label from June of 1954. Barbara Gale and the Larks. It's called Who Walks In When I Walk Out. Barbara Gale and the Larks.
Who walks in when I walk out? And who gives you that? Hi, baby, who's that? Who got me jealous of you? Who walks in when I walk out? Now don't you know that you're my baby? Who's that? Who got me worrying too? When we kiss, I kinda miss something that used to be. Every day while I'm away, I get the feeling that you're fooling me. Who walks in when I walk out? And who gives you that? Hi, baby, who's that? Who got me jealous of you? Who walks in instead of me? Who can solve this mystery? Oh, who's that? Who got me jealous of you? I'd like to see the face of the one who takes my place. Who's that? jealous of you.
Got me jealous, baby, of you.
Who walks in?
There you go. Those are the Larks backing up Barbara Gale, the first of two on the Lloyd's record label from June 1954. Who Walks In When I Walk Out is the name of the tune. I'm telling you, I'm going to have to step away for a couple minutes. I got to run downstairs and make a phone call from the landline here. I have to do that. If my mother was here, she would do it, but she's not here. But let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure show for this next group as we move into 1955. They're from the Red Hook section of Brooklyn, a big Italian neighborhood, yes. Now, the group included Sereno, Colagri. I asked my father how to pronounce that name. Sereno Colagri is how he said it on the Italian version, but he went by Del Sereno also. Johnny Granada, Jimmy Pirro, and Vincent Cipaldo. Collectively, they were known as Sereno and the Bowties. They signed with Royal Roost Records, a label owned by Alan Freed's business partner, Jack Cook. They were all connected, if you know what I mean. And this is their debut single, their first of four on the Royal Roost record label, written by the lead singer, Sereno Colagri. From November 1955 on Royal Roost, Sereno and the Bowties. It's called Take One, in parentheses, Take One, My Baby's in Love with Me.
Take one. Is the camera right? Be sure to adjust the light. You see, my baby's in love with me. Take two. All the props are cue, fade in. With the overture, it's me. You see, my baby's in love with me. Well, she's my great big movie star. Drives around in a two-ton car. The way she kisses and holds me tight, I ain't never gonna let my baby out of my sight. Take three. Let's get set to roll. This kid is gonna knock them cold. It's me. You see, my baby's in love with me. Baby out of my sight. Take three. Let's get set to roll. This kid is gonna knock them cold. It's me. You see, my baby's in love with me. In love with me. She's got a pair of eyes that make you wanna do the mambo to the moonlight sonata. My baby is in love with me. My baby is in love with, guess who? Me!
That's the debut single for Sereno and the Bowties, November 1955 on Royal Roost Records. Take One, My Baby's in Love with Me. Let's move into 1956 now. As we head to Bakersfield, California for this next group. They were managed by Buck Ram. Now, he also managed a number of groups, namely the Platters, really, but also this group known as the Colts, and they were signed up to Larry Mead's Vita record label. They had 4 releases on the label. Let's give a listen to their third, written by Buck Ram under the alias Lynn Paul, but for a good reason. I guess he said, well, you know what? He decided to give Alan Freed writer credit. Now, I wonder why he did that. Did Alan Freed play this on his on his radio shows? I would say he did, but this features Joe Gundy on lead from January 1956. Let's give a listen to the Colts on the Vital label. There's a picture of the group on the label here. It's called Sweet 16.
Sweet 16, I've never been kissed. My teenage queen, I can't resist kissing you. Stop me for you. Send my son and your mommy and papi will know of my gold sweet 16. I love only you. You are my dream. It's time that you know. And when our teenage is over, we'll walk down the aisle and you'll still sing. Sweet 16, I love only you. You are my dream. It's time that you know. And you'll still see, sweet 16. Sweet 16.
January 56 release for the Colts. That is Joe Gundy on lead with the Colts. On the Vita record label, Sweet 16, that is a taboo age, I think. Was it still a taboo age back in the 1950s? I think it was, but I guess, he said when teenage days are over, they would get married. So that makes sense, I guess. But this song also covered by a group called The Sounds that recorded for the Bahari Brothers Modern label. I think it was out at the same time. Both records out of California competing against each other. Johnny G here on a Thursday, and we're going to fit one more in before I have to run downstairs for a minute and make a phone call. Then I'll be back up here. But this next group, probably the most successful of the vocal groups to come out of New Orleans. The group led by two brothers, Chuck and Leonard Carbo, first recording as members of the gospel group the Zion City Harmonizers. But they were discovered by Phyllis Boone, who worked for Cosmo Matassa, owner of J&M Recording Studios down in New Orleans, and he had a contract with the A&R man for Lou Chudd's Imperial Records, Dave Bartholomew, to channel all new talent over to those Imperial folks. And they would go on to have 13 releases for Imperial Records between January of 54 through December of 56. Let's give a listen to their 10th release. It features Howard Chuck Carbo on lead. Now, actually, at the session here, this was recorded in January of 1956, but it was not a full group. It was the singer Chuck singing lead and 2 harmony parts himself, and also tenor Joe Gaines. He was a member of the Hawks, also recorded for the Imperial record label, but it was credited to Chuck Carbo and the Spiders. Now, the other songs that day that were also recorded that way were That's the Way to Win My Heart, Goodbye, I'll Be Free, and Don't Pity Me. And this tune here from February 56, the Spiders on Imperial, it's called How I Feel.
I wish that one day by and by, girl, that you would really try to give me 1 hour of your time. That is really all I need, is a 60-minute deal to tell you, little darling, how I feel. How I feel, how I feel. All I need is a 60-minute deal. How I feel, how I feel. All I need is a 60-minute deal. About your touch, and I love you very much. Little darling, you are my honey hush. Girl, you set my soul on fire. You're the one that I desire. Let me tell you, little darling, how I feel. How I feel, how I feel. All I need is a 60-minute deal. How I feel. All I need is a 60-minute deal. All I need is a 60-minute deal.
I am back, folks. Out of breath. Out of breath. Although losing the weight allowed me to get up here quickly. But my mother normally makes a phone call if I go past 5 o'clock. But anyway, we just heard the Spiders there as we had a little intermission break there. February 1956 on the Imperial record label. How I Feel is the name of the tune as I catch my breath. Let's stay in 1956. How about some motion picture music? You familiar with some motion picture music? This was featured in the Alan Freed movie Rock, 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 which I think was the first, movie to feature rock and roll artists. And it's by the Moonglows as they lip sync both sides of this record. It's the group's 8th release on Chess, which was issued in a fast and a slow version. Now, the 78 that I have is the slow version, identified in the dead wax with a matrix. Check your matrix on this, 8189A. And this is the version that they used in the movie. Features Bobby Lester on lead. We'll send this one out to Lenny G. I know he likes this tune. From November 56, the Moonglows on Chess with Over and Over Again for Lenny.
Over and over again, and I cried over and over again. Why do I listen to all of your lies? I love you, that's why. That's why I begged you over and over again. I pleaded over and over again. Why don't I back up and tell you goodbye? I love you, that's why. My heart refuses to learn. It speaks your name all the time. Fill these empty arms of mine. I give it over and over again, and you win over and over again. And if you ask me the reason why I love you, that's why.
That's the great sound of the Moonglows there with motion picture music from November 1956. That is I don't know, what do we call that? The slow, what version is that? That's the slow version, we'll say, yes. The Moonglows, they lip-sync that in the movie. That's Bobby Lester on lead. We're going out to a Lenny G in our YouTube chat room. Over and Over Again is the name of the tune. We are getting down to the wire here. 3 more 78s to go before we sign off here. And I used to do, in the early days of the Vinyltreasure show, I used to do a rockabilly record of the week, as well as a blues and a gospel record of the week. But due to all the requests and that I receive and the overwhelming response, I've gotten away from it a bit. So programming this Thursday show gives me more flexibility. So from time to time, I will feature a rockabilly tune. I know some of you out there really do like the rockabilly. I do. but I'm first a vocal group fan first, but I do like the rockabilly. And this is a song by a rockabilly great. Carl Lee Perkins began recording for Sam Phillips' legendary Sun record label. Actually, his debut single was issued on Sam Phillips' Flip label in February of 1955, a song called Movie Mag, which I do not own. But I do have, I think, the majority of his Sun 45s in the collection, and even some on 78. And this is his third release for the Sun record label. This is actually his follow-up to his biggest hit, you know it, called Blue Suede Shoes. This is a song he wrote together with Howard Griffin. This did chart on the Billboard chart, number 70 on Billboard, but a big number 4 record on WITH in Baltimore, Maryland. Let's go to May of 1956 for Carl Perkins on Sun Records. It's called Boppin' the Blues.
Well, all my friends are bopping the blues. It must be going round. All my friends are bopping the blues. It must be going round. I love you, baby, but I must be rhythm bound. Well, the doctor told me, Carl, you don't need no pills. Hey, the doctor told me, boy, you don't need no pills. Just a handful of nickels, a jukebox will cure your ill. Well, all my friends are bopping the blues. It must be going round. All them cats is bopping the blues. It must be going round. I love you, baby, I must be rhythm bound. Well, the old cat bug bit me, man, I don't feel no pain. Yeah, that jitterbug caught me, man, I don't feel no pain. I still love you, baby, but I'll never be the same. I said all my friends are bopping the blues. It must be going round. All my friends are bopping the blues. It must be going round. I love you, baby, but I must be rhythm bound. Get it, cat, let's go. Bopping the blues, it must be going round. All them cats is bopping the blues, and it must be going round. I love you, baby, but I must be rhythm bound. Well, Grandpa done got rhythm, and he threw his crutches down. Oh, the old boy done got rhythm and blues, and he threw that crutches down. Grandma, he ain't trifling. Well, the old boy is rhythm bound. All them cats is rocking the blues, and it must be going round. All my friends are bopping the blues, and it must be going round. I love you, baby, I must be rhythm bound. Bop, cat, bop! Rock, rock, rhythm and blues. 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 Rhythm and blues, it must be going round.
As May 1956 release there from Mr. Carl Perkins, that's the follow-up to Blue Suede Shoes. Boppin' the Blues is the name of the tune. That is on the Sun record label. 3 more to go here. Let's go to Queens, New York, as we move into 1957 with this next group. This is on George Gollner's legendary G record label. It's the group's 5th of 14 releases, and the A-side is a song called Why Do You Do Me Like You Do, which has too many bubbles in it. It doesn't sound good, unfortunately, but I can play the flip side. A tune written by Winfield Scott now features the two lead singers. Mainly Herbie Cox was the main lead for the group, but also Berman Patterson also does some leads with the Cleftones. This is from January 57, the B-side to their, their fifth release on G Records. It's called I Like Your Style of Making Love, the Cleftones on G.
Baby, baby, I like your style of making love. Baby, baby, you're all that I'm thinking of. I get a feeling when you touch my hand. Hold me tight day and night, put me under your command. Baby, baby, I like your style of making love. Baby, baby, I never felt this way before.
That January 57 release there for the Cleftones there. That is Herbie Cox and Berman Patterson on the leads there. That's the B-side to Why Do You Do Me Like You Do? I Like Your Style of Making Love. That's on George Goldner's G record label. Got a twin spin on the G record label. This was G number 1031. And this is the very next G release, 1032, a twin spin on a G Records. This time, we'll send this one out to listener Edmund Williams. He wanted me to play the A-side from the last show of the Teenagers with Why Do Fools Fall in Love, but that didn't sound good on that styrene press. This one sounds different. This plays a lot better. It's the Teenagers with Frankie Lymon on lead. This is their sixth release on the G record label. They recorded this October of 1956, and G released it in January of 57. Now, supposedly, Alan Freed gave this plenty of airplay in early 1957. This is with Jimmy Wright in the orchestra, and it sounds like on the 78 there is like more echo. It's actually kind of like a weird sound, but anyway, let's give it a spin here from January 57, sending it out to listener Edmund Williams in Queens, New York, Frankie Lymon and the Teenagers. The song is called Teenage Love for Edmund.
Come a laddie, say boom.
Run, 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 Papa, two runs on. Run, Papa, two runs on. Run, Papa, two. As I was going to school one day, I met a cute girl who passed my way. She looked like a goddess, more like a queen. She stole the heart of every teen. I said, look ahead, baby, and what's with you? She said, cool.
you go. January 1957 release there for Frankie, Lymon, and the Teenagers. We'll send that one out to listener Edmund Williams. What did I say that was? That was their, sixth release? Yes, sixth release on George Goldner's G record label. Teenage Love, lots of echo in there. And there supposedly Murray Hill put out a stereo single of that, which I did get in the box set when I bought the box set, but I don't know what it is. And also you notice Goldner would raise the volume on certain levels of not only that release, but other releases. He did that. I notice it a lot on a lot of the 45s I have. If you collect the records, you'll notice that too. But anyway, there you go. That's it. That's going to do it for Johnny G for a Thursday afternoon. Thank you all. Excuse me. Thank you all for being here. I apologize for being late. Like I said, it's like I need a little bit more time to do this. Charlene doesn't want me to do the show, so I don't know if that's a good thing. But other people, my mother was like, no, you cannot. You got to do the show. I like the music you play. So my mother wants it. I want it, but I just don't have enough time to do it. So, and Friday's not a good time. This is really the only time I can do it. I can't do it at nighttime. That's not good to do. But I have to think about it. So if anybody has any suggestions, but I'm not going to lose this slot because I have plans for specials here with my friend Bill Olb to come in here to do that. That's definitely staying. But maybe, so Paul Michel had a good idea, possibly once, but I don't know about once a month. But that would definitely give me a lot of time to prepare for it. But maybe I can try it later. So I wanted to, so every 2 weeks seems like it's okay to do. But, because I never catch up even filing my records back and doing all that. So, I don't know, we'll try it. But I definitely hate being pressured to come on at 2 o'clock I've been trying to come on. Was at 1 o'clock, now I moved it to 2 o'clock. So, so if anybody has any thoughts, I would appreciate it. You can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. I know some people really like this show. They enjoy it a lot. I enjoy it a lot. It's the only time I really get to hear. Well, you know that I only play the 78s on this show. I don't play them any other time. But anyway, so thank you all for being here. Again, if you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Please do that. And we're going to close the show tonight with a blues singer-songwriter known for his style of electric blues. He was born in Dunleith, Mississippi, relocating to Chicago in 1943, and he learned to play the guitar and harmonica from his friend, Eddie Taylor, who was instrumental with him signing with Vivian Carter's VJ record label, which was in 1953. Now, his debut single, which was called High and Lonesome, was the very first release on the VJ label, VJ number 100. It's a pretty rare record, by the way. But he went on to have 39 releases on VJ Records through 1966. We're going to close with his 16th release. It's a song he wrote together with his wife, Mary Reed. And our closer is from October 58 on a 78. Jimmy Reed on VJ. It's called I'm Gonna Get My Baby. Well, Johnny G's going to get out of here. Thank you again for listening to the show. Remember, if you have not yet done so, please consider subscribing. I will be back here on Saturday night beginning at 9 p.m. with your requests for the 1950s and early 60s program. Again, if you missed any of the show, it'll be on momentarily on YouTube. It'll be the archive show. So everybody stay well. I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long, Jimmy Reed. Here you go.
My fingers start popping and my knees start knocking. Go and find my baby before my pistol start to barking. I'm going to get my baby. I'm going to get my baby. Going to get get my baby, go on, get my baby from me. Well, she's my mama, Lucy, and she do-de, hoochie, hoochie. When you start to love, now holler, great ooga-moogie. I'm gonna get my baby, gonna get my baby. I'm gonna get my baby, gonna get my baby right now. California and I called New York. Oh, it's over, I'm gonna call me New York. I'm gonna get my baby, gonna get my baby. I'm gonna get my baby, gonna get my baby right now.